I think I got a message that it wasn't working, so I wasn't sure if I was on. I think I'm live. So, hello, and I'm dressed up because I just got back from a wedding. And behind me, you can see our cake topper and our unity candle. And I thought we would talk about marriage as we think about thankful thinking today. We just went to a wedding. Gary just performed the wedding for Chloe and Sterling Johnson. And so that was really fun to participate in their special day. I'm going to read a quote about marriage. It says, "A successful marriage requires falling in love many times, always with the same person." And that is a quote from Mignon McLaughlin. She was an American journalist and author. And I think that is so true. We don't stay married to the same person that we stood in front of the church with on our wedding day. Each of us becomes a new person over the years. We change, we grow, hopefully we mature, and so we keep falling in love with the people that we become. So I want us to think about being thankful for our marriage relationships if that is part of our lives. There's nothing wrong with being single. God calls some people to that. Some people are fine with that. Some people really wish that they could be married. I'm sorry for the people that it doesn't seem like it's working out the way they want it to, but if we do have a spouse, we can be thankful for the person that God brought us to. And so the verses that I picked out talk about that also. And actually, these are the verses that Gary and I had at our wedding, and they are the verses that Chloe and Sterling picked out for their wedding today. I'm going to read verses 9 and 10, but I think at both weddings we went through verse 12. So Ecclesiastes 4, 9 and 10 from the NIV says, "Two are better than one, because they have a good return for their labor. If either of them falls down, one can help the other up. But pity anyone who falls and has no one to help them up." And then going to verse 12, that is probably the most important part of that passage. It says, "A cord of 3 strands is not quickly broken." And so when we have a marriage relationship, we can think of ourselves as 2 strands of a cord, but God is that 3rd strand that holds it all together. And if we are following the Lord and trying to do His will in our lives, it's going to make our marriages stronger, our relationships better, and we can be thankful for that. I know marriage can be hard. Sometimes we go through times where it seems like it's harder than other times. We are harder to love because of different circumstances or bad attitudes that we have sometimes. I can get a bad attitude at times. I'm sure that that's not easy to love. But we keep making the choice to love each other. And hopefully we have a good relationship where we can communicate well. We can support each other in good times and bad times. And we can be thankful for that relationship. So those are the thoughts I wanted to leave with you today. I will be back tomorrow. I'm not sure what I'm going to talk about exactly yet, but I'm sure that something will come to me as the day goes on, and I'll share some thoughts sometime tomorrow. Thanks so much for watching. Goodbye.